Stan Gibilisco here to talk about another publishing alternative besides the traditional route in which you submit your book until a publisher accepts it and then the publisher assumes the cost of publication and the cost of marketing and promotion and takes care of all of the inventory and everything else. This is in particular with regards to printed books. Well, there's another route in case you can't or decide that you don't want to go with a traditional publisher. That is known as subsidy publishing, sometimes also called vanity publishing. You pay the cost of printing, you pay the cost of marketing and promotion, and have to do it yourself, basically. The only thing the publisher will do for you is provide the hardware necessary to print many copies of your work. And then you can end up with a basement full of printed books which you then must sell and promote yourself. Well, that's a little easier these days than it used to be with online vendors such as Amazon. Although the Amazon Kindle electronic publishing alternative is probably, in my opinion, a better way to go. The Amazon, I believe they pay 70% royalty. And now I don't know about subsidy publishers. I think that they pay a pretty good royalty also. Maybe you actually get to keep it all. I've never done subsidy publishing, so I don't know. I am considering that possibility for a book I might do someday, but it's a very unusual type of project, and I don't think that it would necessarily stay with that subsidy publisher. The intention would be to get it out there and then get a legitimate publisher interested in it, and then, get this, never stop dreaming, have it made into a movie. Have it be so good that the movie makers in Hollywood want to go for it. Go figure. 60 years old and still dreaming. Well, that's a good sign, I guess. It means I haven't lost all hope and ambition and excitement over this. A lot of things, you know, when you get older just don't light your fire anymore. But writing is one of those things that still does. So hopefully it'll be the same way for you. But if you do decide to go the subsidy publishing route, I would caution you that it used to be that traditional publishers, if you had subsidy published a book, would bring you down a notch or two in their estimation. I don't know if that's still true or not. The publishing world is in such chaos. But if you're willing to assume the burden of marketing and the burden of storing this stuff and mailing it and dealing with all the tax issues that arise when you run a business like that, a mail order business, be my guest. I think actually I would recommend the Kindle option, the Amazon option, instead. However, there are books that do better in print or that are more suited to print and just don't really lend themselves to electronic publication. And I should say that the book that I dream of is one of those. It's kind of a coffee table book. Kind of a coffee table book, or a bedside table book, better yet. Something that ought to be in print. It just wouldn't work electronically, and I'm not going to go into any further detail than that because I don't want to spill the proverbial spaghetti. And that's another thing. Don't spill the spaghetti. Keep your project ideas to yourself and let them burn and build up in you until you have to write them. Don't let them out. Don't let the pressure go down. Stan Gibilisco signing off from the black holes of South Dakota, United States of Advertising. Until the next installment in this tutorial sequence. So long.